It's time for a Lion Vision update with UNA softball coach Ashley Cozart. And Coach Cozart, a great weekend for the softball team, bouncing back after a tough weekend a week ago, I guess, against Lee with a sweep over West Alabama.
Yeah, I was definitely proud of that. Going into this past weekend, the girls knew we had to win 3, and we said that was our goal that we set. And they came out and played well, showed a lot of emotion, and I was really proud of them.
Really started in the circle with Hillary Carpenter picking up 2 wins on the weekend. Raven Cole back out Saturday was pretty solid as well. And if we can get those two going, I mean, they potentially are 2 of the top pitchers, not in the conference, but in the nation.
Definitely. Hillary and Raven are both kind of picking off where they left last year. They're doing really good. Hillary's had a great year so far, and Raven's really come on strong the past few weekends. So they've really limited teams to low runs, and so we just got to keep our hitting going and keep our defense up, and we'll do well.
Couple of players to talk about, Coach. Let's talk with Sydney Sanders, a freshman from Decatur, not too far from here. She had a huge weekend, 6 hits on the weekend, 3 RBIs. She had a solo shot in Game 3 that almost left the park completely. So a young bat behind the plate that had a coming out party of sorts.
She did. She did really well. You know, in the fall, we knew she'd play a big part in our lineup, but we knew she'd need to mature a little bit and get some experience. And I think that experience is catching up with her now, and she's doing a great job. And I'm really proud of the way she hit the ball, but also proud of the way she caught it. It's not easy catching, 2 of the pitchers that we have, and so she did a great job behind the plate, just all around. And so I'm really proud how she stepped up and how she's helping us now.
Marissa Hancock, playing over at first base, had another outstanding weekend. 4 hits, 5 RBIs. She had a home run as well, and that's another big bat in the lineup that has potential to get hot.
Definitely. She's been a bright spot in our lineup the past few weekends, and kind of started off a little bit slow and didn't have a big part in our lineup, but now she is, and she's really stepping up and doing a great job for us. She's just making things happen at the 4 spot for us, and so and we need that. We need that production, and so I'm proud of how she brought her bat and is being a leader for us right now.
Coach, let's take a moment and let's just talk about the conference standings for just 1 second. It's still early in the year to be looking too far into the conference standings, but I just want to talk about how tight the conference is. We're a game back from second place, and there's a handful of teams that are really in the running right there, and we're going through a tough stretch here. Delta this weekend, UAH the next weekend, where every game matters and every team's playing for a lot at this point.
It does. Every game is so important in the Gulf South. We've been preaching that all year long, and our girls know that. So it's important to go to Delta and at least take 2 out of 3 this past weekend. It's tough to play there, but like I said, I think this past weekend's going to give us momentum, and then we have UAH the next weekend at home, who I think we're 1 game back from them, and so it's just really tight. It's a lot more balanced this year than I've ever seen it, and so we're right there in the mix, and I'm happy with the position that we're in, because right now it's in our hands, and so we take full responsibility of what we can do from here on out. So we just gotta, just every game matters, and we gotta play that way.
On the road this weekend to Cleveland, Mississippi, taking on Delta State, and it doesn't matter what sport UNA is playing. Anytime we go to Cleveland, across the board, it's a tough matchup. It's just a tough place to play. It's always highly competitive. What's the outlook for Delta State this season?
Delta, they went to UAH last weekend and got swept, and they're just a very scrappy team, and they play really well at home, and so we need to understand that and come out with a fire, just like this past weekend. And their pitching staff gives up a few runs, so I think if we just go in with the confidence at the plate that we have been, that's key for us. And then if we just keep throwing the ball well on the mound, I think we'll do well.
UNA softball on the road this weekend, taking on Delta State this weekend. The Lions will be back home first weekend of April 1st and 2nd versus UAH. Be sure to visit RoarLions.com to keep up with UNA softball team this season.